Hey guys, it's Cole, and the Moogle Treasure Trove, the Hunt for Mendacity, has launched. And so that means that we've got until the launch of patch 6.4, which has only been told to us to be late May. We don't have any specifics which date, but late May is when it's going to start ending when patch 6.4 launches. Now, if you want to hear specifically about rewards and just what you can buy and what I'm recommending you buy, I'm going to go over that in this video that I'm going to leave in the pinned comment and the description, and I'm just going to leave that to that video to reduce the bloat here. As with every Moogle Tomestone event, there's some items that are total duds, but there's some items that are always going to be really good to stock up on, even if you're not the biggest fan of earrings that remind you of your mom. I'm joking, I'm teasing. Yo mama jokes in 2023, I don't care. In terms of the methods to farm, there's going to be three primary methods that I'm going to be talking about here. There are a lot of different ways that you could do it, but these are going to be my main three top choices. Two of them are going to be best done with Blue Mage, and the other third one doesn't really do Blue Mage at all, and it also gives experience and PvP rewards. Though honestly, nothing should stop a group of DPS from being able to do the first two methods too, so if you really don't want to do Blue Mage and you're like, what? Then you can totally do that. So for the first method, which is the one that I'm personally going to go for, it takes me about 3-ish minutes with a good group. I mean, this is day one and we haven't really optimized it, but about 3-ish minutes for 2 tomes. And so it's just queuing into the Fist of the Father raid, the normal mode, the first Alexander raid, with a bunch of blue mages. You could maybe get away with like 1 or 2 people not being on it, but you'd want more blue mages for sure. The trick here is that unlike some of the other areas that we have cheese, like the trials, it's very, very important actually for this one that you have your blue mage with at least a decent set of spells. Not completed, but you definitely want some of these. For all things blue mage spells related, I have a video specifically tailored on that where you can target specific spells to farm out and get them, and the information super quick. I don't bloat that video, and I'm going to keep that in the pinned comment in the description. For the spells, the core ones that I'd call necessary would first of all be Aetheric Mimicry, huge DPS boost. Should be on every blue mage, even if you are not taking this content super seriously. It's great. Sonic Boom is going to be a spammable that allows you to weave in other actions, and generally Moon Flute, Whistle, Final Sting is always good to end the boss fight quickly at the end with a massive spike of damage. It is bread and butter of blue mage. I'd also say Off Guard is core, and if you have at least 4 blue mages with Off Guard timing things right, you can have 100% uptime on that raid-wide damage buff. Obviously that's huge. Same idea with Peculiar Light, that can hit the original in the Fist of the Father, the original normal raid, and it's going to hit the original and the clone boss. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll understand it when you get into the fight, and then you can damage on both with Peculiar Light. Now there's going to be no two ways of really saying it. The more spells you have, the better, for sure. Off-global cooldown spells like Glass Dance, Shock Strike, J-Kick would be more than helpful, very helpful. White Wind as a heal definitely can come in handy because you're going to be taking a lot of damage. Also, neither of the fights are going to be impacted by level 5 deaths, so if you're going to try and use that on Faust, well, you'll see. In terms of coordination with blue mages, I'd say the largest thing would be 2 Moon Flute, Whistle, Final Sting on the Faust, and then the rest, ideally the 6 other blue mages, dump all their Whistle, Moon Flute, Final Stings at the end of the last fights just to get those 2 bosses down. Remember that you need them both to go down around the same period of time or you're going to be screwed. Now the second method that I'm going to find a little bit more involved, actually a lot more involved if I'm super honest, I do not see myself farming this way, is going through all of Tamtara Deepcroft Hard, which gives 4 tomes to clear. Maybe the other dungeon alternatives are quicker than this. I think this might be the quickest. Similar to most dungeons, you'll want to use Death on ads, but in here you want to use Death on ads before the first and the third boss. Saintly Beam clears out the ads before the second boss, if you're wondering why I'm not specifying that one. You will also need Saintly Beam. You will need it for especially the second boss, because that will absolutely smash your blue mage ass into oblivion and back, and you'll be like, what happened? Just, you will really want Saintly Beam. All of the blue mages in the party should have Saintly Beam. If they don't, I don't think they should be in that party, or they should go to my blue mage guide and totally farm it out. It's not that bad. So this is gonna by far increase the clear speed. That's why I say it's mandatory. It will by far. So I'm gonna say for sure that some of my same recommendations for the spells for the raid apply here, just to boost the speed. This dungeon is significantly harder than most Blue Mage Cheese dungeons that we've had in the past, so definitely be aware that you can absolutely, definitely, zero question, wipe in here. And I did check Ultra Vibration on a few packs. I will rely on the comments to correct me if I'm wrong, but largely mobs in here seem immune to it. Like, I've been having a tough time freezing even a bunch of them, so keep that in mind for sure. Now for method number 3, which is now a non-blue mage method, is to queue for the PvP events like Rival Wings, which has a perk of allowing you to also gain experience to level up an alt job at the same time, which is going to obviously be great for those who want to do that. You also get PvP stuff, so how to say it? If you want experience, PvP stuff, and you also want the Moogle Tomestones, this is probably going to be one of your best bets. I think, in fact, you're going to be definitely slower on getting Moogle Tomestones, there's no doubt about that, but if you want to get all 3 of those, this is going to be by far the best bang for your buck. And with all that said, those are the methods that I'm currently recommending, and if you need Blue Mage spells or want to know my recommended rewards from this event, check out the pinned comment or the description for my videos on them, and I'll keep you on the